Hey Gemini, how are you? Welcome. I'm bringing you a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're still working with the energy of the full moon in Taurus and the lunar eclipse. We're past it, but we're headed toward the new moon in Sagittarius with a solar eclipse to close out the final eclipse season of 2021. So you can still be in an energy of release, forgiveness, surrender of anything that kind of is still unresolved. This is a time to wrap up loose ends. And so what I'm doing to serve our community here is this whole series, the second half of November for all signs. I'm using moon oracle decks to kind of let you know what you could be working on, to give you ideas for not just the release, what needs to be let go of, but also to start planning your intentions for that powerful new moon solar eclipse on December 4th. So from Queen of the Moon Oracle, you got card 22. That's a master number. If you start seeing any combination of 2, 2, 22, 22, 22, it's a sign. It's the wisdom card. This is a waning gibbous moon. So this is the first moon that we get to see after the full moon. So it's perfect. This timing is perfect. But wisdom it's telling you that it's more than knowledge, Gemini. It takes time to kind of blend your life experience with your intuition, logic, and reasoning. Those three kind of go together, and then there's lived experience. And then to come out on the other side with wisdom. So now is the time to learn from your experience. That's what that is telling you. We get from Moonology, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Now this is a full moon in Capricorn card. We just came through a full moon in another earth sign, so it feels related. This is the end of a tough cycle. So thank goodness, right? You will be called to face reality, though, in order to bring it to some measure of closure for yourself. So together, you're kind of focusing on your lived experience and bringing that wisdom to bear with what your intuition tells you and your logic and your reasoning about a situation that has been difficult. And that's time to kind of let go. And then to close out the oracle, you got from Moonology Manifestation. This is Yasmin Boland's newest deck. I really like it. Full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. Now we're heading toward a new moon in Sagittarius, but I like that you get the Sagittarian energy anyway. So this is about keeping an open mind at this time, seeing the bigger picture, not getting lost in the weeds and the details, letting your experience and your intuition kind of be a little hazy and unfocused so that you can see the forest for the trees. The greatest time for you to manifest with this energy is on a Thursday or when the moon is in Sagittarius, any phase of the moon. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. Okay, so perfect energy for you. See the big picture. End of a difficult cycle is approaching, and you can gain wisdom by really taking the time to focus on your lived experience versus what your gut tells you, what your intuition tells you. Or in concert with it. Let me say it that way. It's more in concert with it. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's going on in your connection here, Gemini. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will consider joining us by subscribing. And for all of you that are back, I love you so much. Wow, 8 of Wands. So present energy. Communication, and the challenge is the 5 of Swords. So there is something here that isn't serving you. There is possibly, because it's clarifying the communication, the challenges around the communication, it's suggesting that someone may not be dealing with you on the level, right? This is the energy of somebody gaslighting you. Sometimes it can be gossip. But I'm not feeling it coming through that way. I'm feeling it coming through like a bit more manipulative, game playing, right? Especially mind games. So let's see what's underneath. Strength. Perfect. So, you know, what's underneath, what's below is what you're working out in your unconscious energy and your psyche. And so I kind of feel like you're trying to get your confidence to overcome this situation, right? To find that sense of strength, you know, courage and confidence to overcome this particular obstacle. What have you learned in the past? I love that the 2 of Swords came out. 2 of Swords was in the morning musing for those of you in the membership. And, you know, it is that moment of indecision, but also a crossroads. Like, I got to do something about this. And so we go within to find the clarity, the meaning, and the purpose of the thing that we have to make a decision around when it doesn't seem clear. Wow, Knight of Wands. What's crowning you here, Gemini? Knight of Wands. So what crowns you is where you're going to gain strength to bring about your desired outcome. And the Knight of Wands is kind of, it is Sagittarian energy. So again, it's pointing to 2 weeks from now, or from when I'm recording this, with regard to taking action. And sometimes you got to be a little impulsive. So the Knight of Wands, if it's someone coming towards you, leaves that wiggle room that they might not stay because they're operating on impulse without a real plan, like let's say the Knight of Pentacles. But if this is your strength, where you're getting strength from, sometimes you just got to strike out. You just got to take that moment of opportunity, you know, carpe diem, seize the day. And that's what I feel here with the Knight of Wands. Going forward in the future, Three of Wands, absolutely. There's the action for the manifestation. So first we kind of set out, you know, we take the action and we back it up so that what we desire comes towards us. That's the dance with manifestation, is you just don't have it in your head. You've got to kind of activate it on some level, and I think that's going to work in your favor. Spirit's telling you, though, hey, give it time. The seeds have been planted, or they will be planted, and some things just have to grow and unfold organically. Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, have patience on some level is the message from Spirit. The energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of. This is a brand new start with this Ace of Wands, a divine gift of inspired passion. This could be somebody who may be coming back to you. Okay, so that is possible. It could be you moving toward them and them being very excited about the opportunity to reignite the torch of passion. It is passion, it is action. Yeah, that's kind of nice. In your hopes and or fears, King of Swords. King of Swords can be someone who, in their highest and best vibration, they are A, charming, B, very strategic, high-minded, high ideals, high standards. I want to do things right kind of a person. They care about their reputation, their integrity, their honor is first and foremost. You can find them even in those kinds of professions. In their detriment, when they, you know, when they're not at their highest vibration, this is someone who can be very cool and aloof and distant. And think of Spock, right? Just no emotion, and not at all warm and fuzzy. So we'll see what we get when we clarify. Potential outcome here, Queen of Pentacles. So that's looking towards some measure of stability, a feminine archetype of a life partner. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck there. So something's definitely being manifested as we move toward the new moon. Let's look at the Eight of Wands and the Five of Swords. Well, there's the King of Pentacles. Well, you've been waiting on this person to kind of buy into what it is you're working toward. You know, this Three of Pentacles is co-creative energy. It's where you come together, you, your divine counterpart in spirit, to take the connection and build on it. There's something good there, but it needs more work. It's a teamwork, co-creative, cooperative energy. Then we have this Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles underneath. I kind of get the feeling you're exhausted here. Somebody made this masculine archetype of a life partner may be telling you they're all in, and then they just don't show up. And that may be the Five of Swords. They either set themselves up or someone else comes in and sabotages the situation. So I'm kind of feeling like that's where the communication is breaking down, is what is being said versus the action that backs it up. And I'm kind of feeling you're exhausted. The Nine of Wands suggests you don't know how much further you can, you know, take this. Seven of Pentacles again. Temperance, like lots of patience, energy coming through, but also a worry that it just may not pan out. So I feel like what you're working through here subconsciously is the waiting game. The Seven of Pentacles and Temperance are both patience cards. There's wisdom with Temperance. It's a different kind of a patience. It's a patience that understands that there's an alchemical process, that energies can change once they come into flow and balance. And I feel like you're trying to remain confident or gain some confidence, but your worry is getting the better of you. Right? Your frustration is that Nine of Wands, and your your mental response is the Nine of Swords. That's the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god card. Oh my god. Two of Swords in the past. Yeah. Oh. So for this reading, a third party's coming through. That's why I didn't really speak too much to the Queen of Pentacles, because I had a feeling this was a third party situation. So if you're dealing with someone who's married or in a long-term committed connection, then this is your reading. If it's not, I'm not giving you new information. It just may not be your reading, or this part of it may be interpreted differently. But what's coming through is heartache, because somebody has been acting like a player, right? The Page of Wands. I want what I want when I want it, and that breaks your heart. And underneath is the Three of Cups card, right? So I feel as if on some level you've known all along, or you've been dealing with this on an internal level, trying to get clarity around, is this person just leading me on? That's why we have the Five of Swords. They're not dealing with you on the level. And it's already broken your heart. This third party has already broken your heart. Remember, third party doesn't have to be a person. It can be a friend, a family member. It can be the object of your affection. It can be, if you're already in another situation, is what I mean by that. It can be children. It can be obligations. It can be distance. It can be ego. So just wanted to give you some more ways to look at it. But with that Page of Wands coming through, that feels to me like there's been some measure of impulsivity and a one-way aspect to this connection, where you've been trying to get them to buy into this connection in a more committed way, and you've been getting a lot of flowery, flirtatious language around it, but nothing to back it up. Knight of Wands, High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, Hierophant. Yeah, there's a marriage here somewhere. There's a marriage here for somebody, maybe not for all of you. But we are talking about your intuition. You're in separation here, or not in much communication, and any communication you have had feels duplicitous to me on some level. I know that's more Seven of Swords, but it's just coming in here like someone who's intentionally saying something that's deceptive, right? Getting you to kind of think that they're on board when they're not. Feel like you're going to have to take some action toward it. Knight of Wands, acting on your intuition, not suspicion. There's a big difference in vibration there with regard to how committed this person is to a Queen of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Wow, Gemini, crazy. Three of Wands with the Fool, the Strength card. I mean, you're going to get your confidence up to the point where you're just going to take a leap of faith, because you're going to know this is it. This is my opportunity. Where I said that Knight of Wands is kind of the opportunity presents itself and you get on your horse and go. And it's coming in through intuition, through a gut check, through a sense of timing, that the timing is now, is the message that's coming through here with regard to this connection that you have with someone who may be in connection with someone else. And that someone else may be getting in the way. Three of Wands, it's a manifestation, but you've got to kind of take the chance, take the calculated risk, and you're going to get that backup message from the Two of Swords saying, yeah, I'm clear about it and the time is now. So there may be a little more indecision that bubbles up under the surface, but I think that the Strength card will override that. So there is some definitive action coming for you, or through you, I should say, Gemini, in the future. Let's see the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, your happiness is on its way. So this is really nice with the Sun card. Give it time, let it unfold. There's the Ace of Wands, Let me just clarify the Ace of Wands first. This is the energy that surrounds you you're unaware of. Hold on. I feel the action you take, in order to bring this manifestation to you, to have it appear, to have it show up. This action you take is going to be successful if you give it time. I'm saying that because I'm seeing the Sun, the Ace of Wands, which comes out here, and the Four of Wands. To me, in this particular reading, sure, it's a twin flame card, but it's also the beginning of life partnership. So it's where you would get that buy-in, that Three of Pentacles, that you're kind of working together to take the connection to the next level. This is the next level, is what I'm trying to say. Feel like whatever action you take here towards manifesting this is going to pay off, provided you give it breathing room. That's real important. Because the energy that surrounds you, you may be unaware of, is the Ace of Wands with the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords, getting beyond the deceit, the betrayal, the things that I said. I know that the Five of Swords, what I'm about to say, is more Seven of Swords. Well, I'm getting some confirmation here that they're kind of coming through in a similar energy. And there's someone moving away from that, ready to give up the game. Ready to give up the game. And there's the Ten of Pentacles underneath. So Ten of Pentacles to me is a life partnership card. It is stability. It could be that they're going to move away if this is someone who's already in another marriage and who told you they would get divorced and they didn't do the thing, or they didn't file the separation papers or whatever. I'm just giving you an example. It's not like a legit interpretation. It's an example. Now they're going to kind of make good on it. Now they're going to stop talking out of one side of their mouth while they do something in a different direction. If that makes sense to you, that's confirmation. If it doesn't, then I'm still feeling like I'm looking at somebody who hasn't been on the level with you in your communication, and that's been the problem. And they've been saying that they're all in, but they really haven't been. And you're going to take some action toward getting to the bottom of it, right? Going within to get clarity, but also knowing, hey, it's go time. It's time to make my decision. And the only way you can take care of that is by taking action to get your answer. And I feel like the payoff is there. And what's going on behind the scenes is they're pretty tired of the game they're running too. Okay. And that doesn't make, the games people play, right? There's a song about it. There are books written about it. It's the human condition. And so I feel like this person is really coming to terms with the fact that they don't want to live that way anymore. So King of Swords in your hopes and or fears. Oh my gosh. Gemini. All right. So you're still trying to put your head down and, come up with a creative solution to the problem. I feel that this is an issue. This is like all the regrets, all the mistakes, all the sadness, the grief from this Three of Swords. And I feel like you're not sure whether or not you should just walk away. King of Swords, or maybe they walked away and you're still living, or you're fearing that they will walk away. King of Swords. Right? The one who kind of grows cold and distant and doesn't give you anything to work with on an emotional level. So there may be some sadness around this energy. They may have already walked away and, you're hoping that you can still work it out. Or you're living with fear that they will walk away and you're kind of reflecting on the past and wishing you could kind of find a fix. King of Swords here is the divine masculine of any sign. It doesn't matter though. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is swords. So if that speaks to you, you're just getting a little extra confirmation. Queen of Pentacles going forward. Well, this person has to choose the path between who they're with and the divine feminine. So that Queen of Pentacles is connected to this King of Pentacles. This divine feminine is connected to the King of Swords, which would be the divine masculine in this case. And there is the Two of Wands. A path will be chosen, or needs to be chosen. There's a great potential there, but underneath we have the Seven of Wands. There's resistance. So the resistance is there, kind of lurking in the shadows, but I do feel as if on some level this person knows that the jig is up, and they have to get things back in order and move away from the patterns of the past. Okay, Gemini, now the extended is going to be all from the perspective of this King of Swords, of the divine masculine, how they're showing up, what's their present energy, what do they think of this situation, or how do they view it? How do they feel about you at this moment, and what are their intentions going forward? I'll pull another card from Spirit to give you some guidance for working with all the energy that comes through, and I'll close out with some Oracle. So let me tell you who showed up. We have here the King of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I'm seeing it as someone who is kind of coming through as committed elsewhere. Strength card is Leo. We have Sagittarian energy and Temperance. More Sag in the Knight of Wands, Pisces in the High Priestess, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, again in the Queen of Pentacles, which is out twice, Hierophant is Taurus. Aquarius in the Fool, Leo in the Strength card, Leo in the Sun card, could be a Leo. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the King, Taurus and Libra in the Empress, and that Empress is, of course, ruled by Venus. So lots of powerful energy here to work with, Gemini, and I do feel as if I'm seeing some powerful opportunities for manifestation as we move toward the new moon in Sagittarius with a solar eclipse. Okay? The link to the extended is below. I look forward to seeing you there. If this resonates, that's the best place to go to get the rest of the story. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.